After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 617. Today is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Ty, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad you found us. We hope you see something you enjoy and that you will return. If you are returning, well, we always like to have you with us. Mm-hmm. And if you are new or returning, but you're in the shadows somewhere and you'd like to come out of the shadows, you can stay there if you want to. But if you want to come out of the shadows, you can tap the little subscribe button somewhere under the video, and you can tap the little bell, gently tap the little bell, so that you can get notifications as frequently as you desire. And if you really like to get involved, like with the alongs, be eligible for prizes and things like that, you need to be part of our home group,
.freeforums.net.
phnhome.freeforums.
phnpodcast.freeforums.net, right?
It's in the description box below the video.
Yeah, it is.
phnpodcast.freeforums.net.
Yes.
Okay. So we have a new member.
Yes.
Mo's Crochet. So welcome, Mo's Crochet, to the group.
I actually let them in.
I was wondering who let him in because I saw the notification, and when I saw she was already, I thought Ren had let her in.
No, for the first time in I don't know how long, I happened to check my email and got there before Rena did, which is so rare. Oh, I also want to mention, because we've had happen someone who hasn't been in a while who stopped in and ended up following us there as well, is we also have, both of us each have a booktube as well. Mm-hmm. And links for those channels are also in the description.
Below the video.
Yes. Or you could just click on Mom's name to get to her channel, which is, you can either go at Marlisha_Muses, or it's Marlisha Meanderings. And mine is Talia Nerds Out.
Yep. Yeah. So if I'm going to occasionally probably slip into whatever it is I do for that video. I know I've already done it with the booktube videos where I said we do blah 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 and there's just me. But so because I'm not, Ty and I do sometimes do what the
ones together.
What does he call it? What does CG call it?
I can't remember.
He calls it the duo. He calls us the knitting ladies.
Yeah, I saw that one last time.
He's cute. So anyway, that's that.
So yeah, just wanted to plug that, and I probably will most times we podcast now just mention it, because since we podcast once a month here, and a lot of times I'll record booktubes whenever I feel well at night, and a lot of times I'll batch record, and then I will just sprinkle in posts whenever I have brain enough to edit. So,
and mine is completely unedited. Mine is like this one. It's what you see is what you get, only without anything.
And she tends to do it on Sundays.
I tend to do it on Sundays, although
for you, I think it works really well because it becomes a part of your schedule.
Yeah, although if I get too antsy with backups, I'll do, I have all this stuff piling up about what I want to do. I might do something else. Also, Ty and I will do once a month. Mm-hmm. After we're done with this video, we're going to do 2 what's called book tag videos, and one's going to be on my channel, one's going to be on her channel.
Yeah, that's how we end up consistently recording together. Mm-hmm. For BookTube, is we know, okay, since we already have the setup for the PHN, let's just go ahead and roll into BookTube.
Yeah, BookTube.
And I think I have this a little bit too much towards you.
Not my problem.
There we go. Now we're more centered.
Sounds like a YP, not a MP.
So, how many projects do you have?
I think I have 7.
So do I.
Okay. All right, but I have no journal stuff.
Okay, I do have some journal stuff.
And you have a ton of finished objects.
Yes, I was attempting to
But you're not going to show all of those because those aren't all.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'll make sure I specify what are the finished objects, and I'll just kind of wave in general at the rest of the family.
Daddy thinks mine is the cutest.
Which, the red?
No. Mine, my definitive one. My definitive one.
Oh, this one.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty cute. We'll show you guys. Although I think my green one in the corner is really cute.
He thinks mine is the cute one.
Oh, okay. Well,
he told me as much when I showed him the table.
That's fun. Mm-hmm. I need to actually take a picture of that table before I take it away.
Well, it should be one of the...
Yeah, no, you're right. That's a good idea.
Because we never put our stuff on there.
No, you're right. And it's so rare. You guys will see it at the beginning.
It's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
And who knows, the next time I'll have all of them together like that.
Well, yeah, you'd have to get mine down from the shelf, and Daddy's from his room, and Davina had to go upstairs and get hers. And
right, exactly. I had to go and collect mine from all the various areas that I have.
The one from the plant stand and all that stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, now that we've got your curiosity piqued for later, you'll stay the entire time.
Hopefully. Because we have to do by hook and by crook, right?
Yes.
Because we are an acquired taste.
Okay,
anyway,
so I was going first, you said?
Yeah, but I'm not done yet.
Oh, I apologize.
We haven't done our tea or anything.
Well, that's why I said my tea. Because I go first because I have the most.
But have you done your tea?
No, that's what I was going to do.
Oh, I thought you were opening that.
No, I still was looking at because I was looking at the number of projects.
Okay, after the tea I had to do the alongs.
Okay, so I have here, let me stir. I'm starting to bring my warmer with me because every time, I don't drink my tea as fast as Mom, never have.
Although I am going slower now.
You are starting to go slower, but I think I'm also starting to take longer. But
it took us 2 hours to get here to get set up.
Well, I mean, to drink my tea.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general, you're slow.
So this is Offered Up Buttercup.
I got that for her for
yes.
Christmas last year. Not this past year, but the year before. Is that right?
I can't remember.
I
think I've had it at least a year.
Yeah, I got it for you for something.
Yeah. That's just a weather notification. If we ever went so cock our heads, it's because we're using my phone to record, and I get notifications there. Let me reach over here and make it go away. There we go.
Make it go away. No, I don't think it came up on mine because I didn't hear it and it didn't come up on my phone. Oh, there it goes. Yep, that's mine.
Now, I guess it probably came across and I just wasn't looking down. Okay. But I have in here Irish Stout. So.
And this is my Adagio Forest Animals, well, it's the owl and the forest animal mug. And I've got my own blend in here. It's Eastern Earl Grey, which...
You based off of the Russian Earl Grey that I have.
I did. I based it and put the things that I wanted in it, and then Adagio did its magic to make it work. And I really like this blend. It's got an Earl Grey base to it. Okay, now, I wanted to let everybody know that I got all the prizes sent out. Oh, heavens, about 2 weeks ago, I think now. Thank you to those who let me know that you received it. Christina, I sent you a message. If you see this podcast, please check your private messages over at PHN. Okay, now we have alongs that we're doing right now. We have the ABC along, and all the rules are in the group. Because we have 3 podcasts essentially that we have to do, I'm not going to go through everything right now because we're running a little late.
And also, it only is pertinent to people who are part of the group anyway.
Although they may want to look at the hashtags and things.
Yes, okay. Yes. Although it's easier to remember hashtags by looking at them too.
Right, but if it's not in the group, they won't have them.
All the hashtags are in the group.
No, in this group.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. People might still want to show the hashtags on Instagram if they're not taking part. I understand.
Or look them up.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So we have, all this is in the PHN group, the information about the alongs. The ABC along is just that you do certain numbers, certain portion of the alphabet at certain quarter of the year. And that's in the group. And it was suggested by I Know Who You Are, who's one of our members. And that's a great idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have featured patterns, featured yarns, all that stuff is in the group at PHN for multiple chances at prizes for the finished object only. And this runs to the end of the year. And the hashtag, I'm trying to find the hashtag so I can move along here. It's PHNABC 2025 on Instagram. Okay. So that's that one. And let's see. Pizza. Oh, okay.
What?
Never mind. Autism awareness. This one's been going on for a long while. The other one is brand new. This one has been going on since our inception of Along. So it's been like 10 years or something, or 11 years that we've been doing autism awareness. I think autism is actually April, the month of April, I think, or is it March?
It's at the beginning. It's the first month.
Then it's March.
I'm pretty sure it's the first month.
No, it's April.
Is it April?
February, March,
Okay.
then April, May, June. If it's the first month, it's April.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the first month.
Okay, so we are in the we're in the second month now
because we're in May.
of autism awareness. I don't know where the time goes. So autism awareness is all bright colored stuff. All the information is in the PHN home group. We'd love to have, new people to kind of spur on the old people for competition for prizes. We love seeing this stuff. All the bright colors are amazing. And so this is the hashtag for this one is hashtag PHNAA 2025. And this is all bright colors, predominantly bright colors. And we also have featured yarns, featured patterns for this as well. If you finish an object with featured yarns and or featured patterns, you have multiple chances for a prize for the same object. And the way you do that is in the group. Okay. Let's see. And this is to kind of be aware of the autistic spectrum disorders. Okay. All right. Projects.
Okay. Oh, and just a PSA. If someone believes that they are on the autism spectrum, please get yourself diagnosed.
Yes.
Because it doesn't... there's a lot of... I believe there's quite a bit of misinformation out there about autism. You'll see a lot of people say, these are traits of autism. And they aren't traits of autism. They're just people being quirky or...
And there are several... Don't worry about the labels.
Yeah.
So labels, I'm a special educator, or was. Labels are important. They're as long as they're done correctly, because they allow you to get the help you need. I know that's probably unpopular in a lot of circles, but as long as it's not used to stigmatize, if it helps you get your child to get the help they need, it's important that we know what we're dealing with.
Right, because it might also be that something else that's going on could be missed because it's assumed.
I know that when I was working and I would look up things, I was working at a home study school, and I would look up things because I worked with the special services department. And those of you who are not new to the podcast know that my older daughter is on the spectrum. Okay, moderate level with developmental delays and other things going on. And I was looking up just to kind of keep current and stuff, and also so I could talk to parents. And the amount of things that she fell under, pervasive developmental disorder, plain old developmental delays, autism, all this other kind of stuff. Self-diagnosing is not really a good idea.
No, and you notice this with medical things as well, where you can see everything has fatigue. So you could diagnose yourself with just about anything. So it's really important if you believe that you have something.
Or someone you love has.
Or somebody you love has something. Please go get checked out so you can either begin getting those symptoms taken care of, or just even have the peace of mind of knowing what's going on.
Because sometimes they can't do a whole lot for things, but at least if I'm of the opinion that if you know what it is, that's half the battle.
And I'm actually
know what you're dealing with.
My personal experience has been that at least you can be like, this is what it is. I'm not like...
Well, even to my lesser degree, knowing what it probably is, okay, this is happening. This is probably what's causing it. I can move on.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's not comfortable. It doesn't make it any easier. But except in the fact that I don't have to worry that it's going to be something worse.
Right. It makes it a little less scary.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Yeah. So I highly encourage people to get diagnosed. especially since I want to make sure that, of course, this is on, duh. Okay. Because there is quite a bit of misinformation out there. A lot of people who will call themselves autistic either because they're looking for community or they, that's a new quirky thing or whatever.
And for those, I know most people are aware of this, but some people aren't. There are those who will look and say, I can't be that, I'm so much worse, or I'm so much better. For autism, the Asperger's,
it's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum disorder. So you can have kind of like the mental retardation, where you have the different levels. And just because somebody can be a rocket scientist doesn't mean that this other person can. They've got, and I guess that's probably a bad idea, a bad suggestion, because not everybody can be a rocket scientist anyway. But average things. Just
because someone's able to live on their own and work,
that's good,
doesn't mean that somebody else can. And this is something that we've noticed with my medical conditions as well. Davina is obvious because she's on, we're talking about the autism spectrum, and I was saying you can notice for physical things as well.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what my thing was like.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we're already talking about autism being on a spectrum. Right. It is also something that we've noticed for my physical things as well, where things can be on a spectrum.
I think yours is spectrum as well.
It is.
It's got enough. Yours and Davina's both have the umbrella. Heck, mine has an umbrella.
A lot of conditions that are chronic do, because they're the people who are able to, either they're at a certain point in the journey if it's degenerative, or there's just different levels because people's bodies react differently. It's just, no one's the same. It's not like you can go and be like, yes, well, even just about anything. Even if you have a cold, someone might have a cold. So it's just the way people's bodies work.
No. And that's our PSA for today.
Yeah, so I just want to mention, because a lot of people have a tendency to self-diagnose.
Or to judge.
But
that's another peeve of mine, so we weren't going to go there.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see which one I want to start with. I guess I might as well start with the one that's in my hand. So these are my watermelon socks. And I don't think they're actually called the Afterthought Everything socks, but that's basically what they are. So what it's actually called is the Making the Most of Self-Striping Sock yarn. Yes, a very long pattern name. I think this was a free one. I picked it up before my second surgery because I had this insane notion that I thought I would be able to knit while bedridden for several days and not allowed to sit up because I was completely had to be flat. Very painful. But I didn't have any notion of how bad it would be because my first surgery I was out of bed the first day and moving, so it wasn't quite as painful. So I was like, oh, I was knitting then. Let me get all these, like, easy...
Or was it you just said everyone is different? Every surgery is different, too.
And part of it was location.
Location.
Yeah, because I was able... The difference between being able to move and not being able to move is huge. And also, it's not easy to knit completely flat on your back. So, no, it didn't happen.
He told you shouldn't be on your back anyway, too.
I had to be either slightly on my side, completely on my back, or slightly on my side. I couldn't be completely turned. Taking meds were not the most fun thing ever. Eating was not the most fun thing ever because you're kind of like...
yeah. I'd be afraid of choking.
It was really awkward because at one point he's like, no, she's at too much of an angle. You need her more flat, which is...
Because I was there when he said to turn.
Yeah, it was a slight turn because you want to prevent bed sores, but you also didn't want to, because of where the surgery was, you didn't want to affect the healing. So it made it very challenging to knit because it was very outside of migraine the entire time.
Well, they weren't a migraine-friendly facility.
No. So yes.
Because she turned off the light, I couldn't see anything because I was staying there with her.
Whereas I was in agony.
It didn't matter. I could just, turn on a Kindle or something.
My migraines didn't kick in until you left.
Oh, okay.
I think that's because my medication, like maybe some of the stuff they used to put me under, finally wore off completely.
Anesthetic too.
Yeah. So,
I guess that's what put you under. I meant to say pain stuff, but
I know what you meant. But yeah, so this is one of the ones I started at that time. The yarn is a
so it's overall, isn't it?
yeah, I think they call them gobstoppers.
Yeah, okay.
Gobstoppers.
Same kind of thing though.
And I don't think I have my band in here. It's lemon something or other.
Oh yeah.
Lemonade.
Lemonade shop or something like
Something
that.
like that. I love her gobstoppers. I have a couple of them that whenever I finish one, I like to start another one because they feel kind of a treat. I just think they're pretty.
She's got seeds on the rind.
Yes. So
it's a really pretty sock. As a dyer, I really admire her skill.
So once I'm finished with the ball, then I'll put the toe on the other end, separates, everything, do the afterthought heels and the afterthought toe. And it's actually a really nice and easy way if someone doesn't have a lot of brain power to just not think about doing any of the different parts. And as much as I like doing the different parts of the sock, this might be something I end up moving to just because it's easier.
Is that, you're doing magic loop?
Yes.
I need to learn magic loop because I'd like to make my own socks. But like squares, I bet I'd make a sock before I make squares.
Oh, yeah, because especially if you were doing, the thing is getting you to do an afterthought stuff would be the hardest part. But
I bet you I do socks before I do square stuff. Yep. Laura's living proof.
The only thing that would stop you is
the cutting.
If you were to do afterthought, it would be the cutting, and there's picking up stitches if you're doing the gusset one.
I have picked up stitches.
Mm-hmm. Not for knitting.
Yes, for knitting. For with the squares, I just stopped doing the squares.
I was gonna say, okay, because I didn't think you got to the point for actually having to pick up stitches consistently.
No, not consistently, just did once.
Yeah, no. So you'd have to be comfortable with that.
I'm not sure what that was for either. I forget what I did.
Was it for when we were going to be doing the
might be that blanket.
Yeah, I was going to say not the jelly roll because you never got to that point.
No,
the one we were going to do together.
The courthouse steps or whatever.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And then you were like, nah, I'm not going to do.
I said I'm going to do my own.
Yeah, because you decided to do crochet instead.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it for this project.
And they do have steeking for crochet too. I found it,
which is such a weird idea to me.
That terrifies me.
Because I don't know. Why would you even have to? Crochet is really built well to not need to do that because you don't have all of them live at the same time.
I don't know. I'd have to see what it was for. But anyway, in my Mama C words, it's Mama C, right? Did this?
I'm pretty sure it's Mama C.
She didn't put a label on this. Was her early ones. I think this was.
This
Mama
looks
C.
like her work.
Yeah, it looks like her work. Spoils me rotten. I think this is a Mama C bag, and I'm pretty sure it is. And I love this.
Did you
bag.
put anything on?
No.
Oh, that's where she had a tag.
Mm-hmm. Usually she puts. I think after
at the beginning she put them on a tag.
This looks like her work.
And then later on she started putting them in here. So I'm almost 100% sure that's her work.
So this is something I haven't worked on in a long time. Everybody's gonna drop dead. I'm actually working on a toy, which used to be my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love doing it. It's just I can't focus when I'm tired at night when I'm with my husband, and I don't want to do the faces right now. I love the faces. They're adorable faces. I don't want to. It requires paying attention. But anyway, this is my Tara the Turtle. It's one of Talia's patterns. I don't.
Oh, here you go, baby girl, Felicia.
This is Tara the Turtle. She's always peppy. Ty made that one. So this is in.
This one used to live in my office.
It lives here now.
Yeah,
this is all my yarn.
Well, I think you always knew once I stopped working that you kind of had claim to Felicia.
Yeah. So this is the shell. I think, is that yarn on top mine?
No, the yarn on top is
I want to say it's Cappy's.
It is Cappy's.
Okay.
I that's the name I was trying to remember was Cappy.
I think the yarn on top is one of Cappy's. Yarn and S. This one here is that one you had in your sweater, isn't it? The Vivian or whatever, not the Vivian.
That might be the one. You're right. The one I used for the Vivian. I can't remember the
And then this one,
name of the yarn,
this one's Tangerine Speedo by Marigold Jen. Marigold Jen, yeah.
But this would be Dragonfly Fiber.
Yeah.
I just can't remember the name.
I have it here, but I don't know where my ball band went. So I did a little bit on there and then realized I better start stuffing it before I go any further.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 turtles. One of these, 2 biddies that are in various stages of development. I just need to finish them.
Oh, Mom, no, that wouldn't be the Vivian because the Vivian is the other green one.
Oh, okay.
This would be Villainous. And the reason I would call it Villainous is because I think that's the name of the colorway.
I thought Villainous was red.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's green.
Okay.
I think because they're aiming for like, you know, the Disney Evil Queen. I think it would have been Maleficent.
Probably.
I mean, Maleficent, you think purple as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, her smoke and everything is green.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But so this, isn't that pretty? So yeah, I've got 3 of these turtles, two biddies and this one Terra. And I don't want to do any more on this one right now because I need to stuff it. So I'm just going to go back in the bag.
So next for me is, I barely worked on this one. I intended to work on it more, but didn't happen. In my Cloverbird Piggies bag.
Piggy.
Oh, and I forgot to show what my socks are in. They're in my Lollipop Girl yarn bag that Laura gave me.
That's her bag.
Yes. So, but back to the pigs. This has my Bomber's Hooded Cow, which is a Thorns Hooded Cow pattern. It's a free pattern. And I don't remember the name of the site, but if you just search Thorns Hooded Cow, it'll take you to a site with a bunch of free Lord of the Rings knitting. I don't know if it's crocheting patterns as well, but I know there's knitting patterns there. But
I need to finish mine. I'm at the hood.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at right now. But I'm at a point of I have to knit straight until I'm 4 inches.
Mm.
And then I start doing the shaping.
Right.
So
I stopped. I think I got confused by the directions and I just stopped. And then I got started on other things.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't worn them much lately, but I do wear them. At one point I was wearing them all the time.
Mm-hmm. Davina used to like to wear hers.
She goes through phases.
She does.
But I had told her when I was going to make it, you know, you need to actually wear this, because she asked me for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's also warmer weather right now, and she goes through phases with all of her things, but she did, for a while, wear it quite consistently, so she definitely, you know, did well about that. It's not like she didn't ever wear it.
Right. Okay, my next one is in my, this is from our local yarn shop. She commissions them, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
They, like when I give my yarn to her yarn shop, this lady gives her bags. It's a beautiful bag. I love the fabric. The only thing I wish, as I said before, is I wish I had a zipper.
Right.
But it's really nice. She gives you this little Kleenex
Although
holder.
the snap works well for blankets.
It does. I'm thinking about taking this in and having someone put a zipper in it because it make a great notions pouch.
The book that I'm getting Davina about sewing will have how to put a zipper in.
I don't want her putting a zipper in this.
But if you wanted to learn to put your own zipper in.
I ruined my paper. Ruined this thing. So anyway, I might try it. But anyway, this is it's for Kleenexes. But it's got the zipper would be right on the top, so it wouldn't be anything fancy. And
now the problem is you don't have any overlapping fabric.
Well, the zipper doesn't have to have it overlapping. The zipper
yeah,
would be right there.
and the thing is
you just put it.
Yeah.
It has the bias tape or whatever it is. That would be on either side, and the zipper would be here. It would be fine.
Yeah.
So
I guess I was thinking of folding, but no, I haven't actually put it in cloth. So, and it's been a little while since I even put it in knitting.
Yeah, this would be fine with a zipper because it comes right up.
Yeah, okay, it does. Mm-hmm.
So that's
it looked farther apart a
that's
moment
because
ago.
a tissue packet in it. But this is just various. This is Taya's cherry bomb shawl that I'm making. I did a little work on this, not much, but a little.
And that's the reds are all the different random reds I pulled from my stash. I said here.
The first two, I'm not sure about this one, but the first two are my colorways.
Mm-hmm.
This one is
that's
cherry bomb, I think.
Yeah,
strawberry chocolate.
That's chocolate strawberry.
Yeah, and then this one is Courtly Love.
Yeah.
So, and then the other one, I don't know where that one came from. I think it's Miss Babs or maybe Heidi. I don't know what this is.
That's Heidi.
So
That's I think that's the Big Bad Wolf ate
Little Red
Little
Riding
Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood. Yes.
what a nasty big bad wolf. So that's this one.
Okay, so then next for me is in my knitting, well, fiber artsing sheep bag. It's a bucket bag.
Crafting.
Yes. Well, it's all fiber arts.
As long as it's not fiber arts.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's also scrapbooking. Okay, I just see it now. And looks like there's painting here. So yeah, it is crafting. Oops. So looks like this one made amigurumi, knitted amigurumi sheep, because crocheted an amigurumi sheep, because the yarn that she has is orange, and she is, oh, I have the wrong angle. The yarn that she has is orange, and she's throwing her little toy up in the air. Whee! Look, Mom. There's her crochet hook, there's her yarn, there's her throwing up her little sheep toy.
Aw.
So, in here is, this is a Joanna Johnson pattern. The pattern is, what's the name of the actual pattern? Because I call him Franklin, but that's not the name
platypus.
of the pattern.
Freddie the platypus?
Freddie, you're right. It's actually Freddie. I call him Franklin, so I always forget the name of the pattern. It's like as soon as I started making him, I'm like, oh, he's Franklin. So I finished both of his little arms.
Oh, yay.
And I am on his first leg. I think I am starting to do a little bit of, I'm not just going with just stocking it. I think I'm moving on to something else now. So that's where I'm on pause. But yeah, he's building. He needs his tail and his other leg as well. And that will, after I do that and stuff him, he will then have his clothes to be made next, because he has overalls.
So cute.
And yes, my knit bunnies are jealous. The one that is just naked and has had a nursing outfit in progress for like ever. And then the other one who's been having his clothes made at the same time. So he's like got socks and shoes.
That's about it.
But he also has his, I said socks and shoes, yeah. But he's also like naked the rest of the way and is missing his other arm.
Oh,
because I had run out of yarn. And then when the yarn came in, I was distracted by other projects. What I'll probably do is when I'm done with Franklin, I'll give the other bunny some attention, because, he's knit flat.
Yeah, I have stuff that animals that are knit flat, and I can just get myself to sit down and do them. Mm-hmm. I have to get past the fact that I try to fix things. I don't like depending on Taya to fix things, and I have to, because I try, and I can be very creative when I fix things and I make it worse.
Well, once you're able to see it, and I think the problem is you said that you can't quite see.
Nope.
You have to be able to see it in order to fix it. You have to be able to, the construction of the stitch.
Okay, my next one is in my llama project bag that Crystal made for me. Isn't that a great bag? I just love it. It's so cute with all the llamas and their sweet little faces. Some of them have really interesting expressions. But Crystal gave me this. She made it. Is Taya's squash blossom shawl. Yes, I'm making 2 shawls. They're both the same shawl, but this one's in yellows.
And that one matches my hood. And part of why I realized I need to finish my hood is the nearly full skein of yarn I have left will then go to her for the shawl.
And I pulled out of my shop for personal use my daffodil. Mm-hmm. I pulled out both the DK weight of this, so it will probably be just very small stripes. It's mostly going to be the Squash Blossom by Miss Babs, and this will just be a slight. You can see the difference. It's very slight,
which is nice. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, and it's it'll have some variation in it.
Because what I like, particularly when I have that kind of dramatic thing, is I like almost a straight bright yellow, but I like it over a black outfit because I think that it's a very dramatic. It's the same way I used to like do with red.
I do it with red. I do it with brilliant blue.
Mhm.
Anything that's bright.
But when you do something like that, you don't want a whole lot of variation for either the black
no.
or the dramatic color. So
sometimes you can get away with the royal blue, where you have like your Nightwing stuff.
yeah.
But this, I have 2 of these. These are.
But for the best effect, it's like you had to have both ones being.
This is my yarn, and it's got 246 yards of skein, so I'm looking at 592 yards. I'm hoping that'll be enough to do just the small accent stripes on your shawl. So, and this is as I said, Crystal's bag, but inside Crystal's bag, holding my yarn, is Miss Babs. I don't know who made this for her, but it's my Christmas cardinals. Oh, it was Lois.
It was Lois, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not Miss.
It wasn't Miss Babs.
It was Lois.
It was a
kit.
It was a kit, and I can't remember who did the yarn. I have both the red yarns.
Yeah, I gave you both the red yarns, and
I have a chickadee one.
Yeah, we discussed who. Every time we do something like that, we say, okay, which one do you want? Which one do I want?
And it worked out that you wanted the cardinal anyway.
Yeah, I love the chickadee too, but
I preferred the chickadee anyway.
Yeah,
it worked out.
And then with the bags that we got from Denise,
I got the poop yellow one.
It's so cute.
The yicky yellow.
It's not yicky.
It's like this ugly.
It's chartreuse.
It's an ugly yellow green because she claimed the beautiful
Brown.
rich brown. So yes.
Well, sometimes things happen.
But usually we're able to have enough of a difference that either one doesn't care, or we actually each like one of them and it works out. But that was the only time I think either one of us was just like
But yeah, I was gonna say something. I don't know.
I think we could probably have 1 or 2 more projects shown, then we do our break where you can either get you another tea or whatever. But then because I can only put up, like, it has to be less than an hour for each section. Usually you need to record twice.
For this podcast.
Yes. Okay, so my next one I'll show here is in my Shenandoah Fiber Festival bag. And this has my log cabin love blanket, which isn't even really a log cabin. It's actually courthouse steps.
That's George, or
it is. It's a 10 hours or less pattern. So that's our very own George. He sorry, I'm trying to get untangled a little bit. He actually, while he did design it for did you design it for worsted? Yes, he designed it for worsted, but the needle he called for was so much larger because he likes a lot more of an airy pattern than I do.
It seems.
Well, either that or he has like the tightest gauge ever.
He's fantastic. I couldn't find the Braided Bride or some of the other stuff on there.
He has a tendency either to have needles that are much larger than or he likes to double his yarns.
Yeah, I asked him, I said, do I have to double or can I use a bigger yarn?
So I ended up going down needle size. There's several needle sizes, I think.
He knits and crochets.
Yes, he does. So this is, I think, I still need to finish this. And then I'm very close because I'm in the just straight knit section after you do the hearts. And then I will bind off and start, I think I do the other end, yeah. So I have to put on the other end of lavender. And then I'll be able to move on to the next color. And I want to say I had it written down the order that I was going to do it in. Because I worked it out with people. You know, we had, I don't know if I wrote it down. I hope I did. It might be in my notebook. But yes, I had it all planned. But I don't know which one I had next, so I have to check. But yes, that's it for that one.
Okay, this is my Scrappy Dappy Doo blanket from it's no pattern, I'm just doing it. And it's in my cherry bag. Cherry clear sided bag with a red bottom. It's just a scrap blanket, and I'm just changing the stitches as I change colors. And this one, I keep saying I'm going to do a knot ball for this. I haven't gotten around to doing that yet.
And you have to look at the pattern to show, it'll walk you through the knot ball
And
because it has the video.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do it for this one or if I want to just do it on the other one. But so you can see here, I'm on the red again. Just oh, it looks nice on the screen.
I have red glasses on, so
Well, I'm not even talking about the color necessarily. I'm always worried when I just do it scrappy that it's not going to work well together. I know Daddy was like, that's awfully dark. I said, just give it time. It's not even a quarter of the way done yet. I'm working currently in single crochet. I would like to eventually figure out how to do the stitch where you drop down and you pick it up. You know,
I did that for a pattern fairly recently. I can't remember which one I did it for. Oh, I'll be showing it later.
Yeah. So this is this is the whole section of all the colors. Okay, I actually like that. It's kind of nice. I'm very avant-garde. I like color though, so I'm not a big modern art thing, but I do like color, so this is fun.
Yeah, almost all your yarn in there is dark. You need to.
Well, I've got some of Laura's in the wings,
Oh, okay.
but what I've got balled up right now is all what I had before I pulled Laura's off the shelf. So
Yeah, you might want to ball up some of Laura's so you can have a little bit of variation. Otherwise, you can have like a long section of dark before you ever get to hers.
yeah.
But is that it for that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I think we should do is, if you need to grab more tea, grab more tea. I need to stretch my knees, and then we will be back. So let me make sure that. Alrighty.
Back in a little bit. And we're back, and it's her turn.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember.
I remember.
So, I don't think I worked on this terribly much because I'm pretty sure if I did, I would have had to think about binding off and then starting a new one, which then that means it just generally sits until I feel ready to do those things. So,
Mood knitting at its best.
well, it's not even mood knitting. It's, do I feel like putting effort into doing
I
something
know what it is.
that... I'm all tangled.
Tangled up in yellow?
Orange yellow?
Orange yellow?
Because it's kind of like a...
Is that mine?
No.
Yeah, I think it is. It's this color.
Are you sure? Because I thought this came from one of my mini skeins.
Oh, maybe it did.
That I picked up
Maybe it did.
I feel like this might be one of the mini skeins I picked up
Could
somewhere.
be. Could be.
Because I had a bunch of those mini skeins.
Although I did make mini skeins of a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah.
That might be, I don't know. I have a couple people that buy similar colors.
Well, also I had several ones that I picked up from that place
Maryland.
in Maryland where all that she did were mini skeins, and they generally smell like roses. And I've had these long enough that they're not going to still smell like roses.
Can't have it. Stumpy says has to smell like roses. Yes, it is a reference. It is an old Western movie with John Wayne and Dean Martin and Angie Dickinson.
And also, Guy with the Kid.
Yeah, that's the singer. Can't think of his name right now.
Yeah. But it's a passable movie.
Oh, I like it. Rio Bravo.
But it's not quality.
It's quality. It's just not the same quality as Stagecoach or something.
Some of the dialogue is
It's better
campy.
It's better. There's nothing wrong with campy.
But it's I just don't want people to have high expectations.
Why not? It's a good movie. It's a good, entertaining movie.
It's a fun movie.
Yes,
it's
a
not,
good, entertaining
it's not a
movie.
good
It's
movie.
much better than the one with Robert Mitchum and James Caan
Yes.
and John Wayne. It's the same, almost a complete.
I think John Wayne plays Dean Martin's part in it, doesn't he? Or
I think Robert Mitchum plays John.
The-
I think John Wayne doesn't play drunks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like the one with James Caan in it nearly as much. But the original one, Rio Bravo, was good.
Because Angie Dickinson was almost overacting.
Yeah, she was young there.
Because it was like, oh my gosh, every scene with her in it was almost painful.
I won't say that far. But,
And I love War Bond and everything. Like, Ward 1, I always love his parts.
He wasn't in there very long.
No, he wasn't, but every time he's there, I love him.
Yeah, but don't say any more because we'll give it away.
Yeah.
For those who don't know about Rio Bravo, look it up, Rio Bravo. Rio Bravo.
Because there's so much to give away in that movie.
I like that movie. She's just being curmudgeon because she wants to be. She doesn't. She
I
can't,
can love the movie and still accept its faults.
I didn't say it didn't have faults, but you're saying it's not a good movie. It is a good movie.
It's good.
Not,
it's good in the way that some bad movies are as good.
No, it's not a bad movie. You're not. I'm not
Mom,
talking. I am not talking about Remo Williams or worse yet, Firewalker.
I was gonna say because I was like, you like Remo Williams and Firewalker.
Remo Williams is funny. I like Remo Williams. I like. I keep on calling Earl Grey. That's not his name. Joel Grey. Kate Mulgrew's in that. Mulgrew's in that too, and Fred Ward. Then I spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out what his name was.
I don't know who Fred Ward is.
He actually played in one of the Batmans as, I don't think it was commissioner. He was some government official in one of the Batmans. He was in that.
And I'm assuming you mean the campy Batman.
No, the movie. Fred Ward's not. Is not.
Well, I don't know who Fred Ward is. So
I mean, I know you would recognize him if you saw him, but he's not been in a lot of stuff that I can think of. But I like him as an actor. He's good. He was in.
And I remember a lot of the Commissioner Gordons from the older Batman movies.
I don't think he was Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, okay.
I think he was maybe the mayor. Is that right, mayor?
Well, it could be mayor. Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe I don't think it was Harvey Dent either. I can't remember. Somebody who's watched the Batman movies.
Well, it definitely wasn't Harvey Dent because what's his name? Tommy Lee Jones was Harvey Dent.
Right, but that was later on.
No, he like in the movies he was the only.
No, I don't know how many Harvey Dents they had.
There's only been one in the movies, and that was Tommy Lee Jones.
Because it could have been.
I mean, in the older movies. Not talking about like the new ones with Christian Bale. Christian Bale, of course, had different Two-Face, but
anyway,
Tommy Lee Jones was the only one in the older movies.
My point is that you probably have seen him, you just don't know who he is.
But
and I think she just likes to get on her high horse and say no because I said yes.
About which?
About liking a movie.
Oh no, I like it. I just it's been a while since I think it's mostly Angie Dickinson's part that's kind of cringe for me. Because they try to I don't think her and John Wayne have a lot of chemistry and it feels a little forced at some points. Otherwise, I actually really enjoy the chemistry with the male characters. They all have they have good chemistry together.
There's a really cute lady in there. They call her Consuelo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, don't have time.
She actually is cute.
She's adorable.
And
she's cute. Her husband.
And actually, the two of them have good chemistry together.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you'll have a pair of actors where they just don't quite have the chemistry.
I'm aware of that. All you have to do is look at Sean Connery and what's her name?
Yes.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes.
Both really good actors. No chemistry. Absolutely zero in Entrapment.
And now it kind of worked for that part.
Oh, yeah.
For the fact that the beginning, they really... but it's very different than Mask of Zorro, where she definitely had chemistry.
Well, yeah, but we were talking about no chemistry.
Right. But I'm saying, like, you can looking at the same actress in a different part. Just like if you look with John Wayne, with Maureen O'Hara, with whom he has a lot of chemistry, it's very different than when you see him with Angie Dickinson, with whom he has really no chemistry at all. And it might be like you said, she was a young actress at that point, but chemistry is chemistry.
Not if you're intimidated.
And that's true. That's true. And he's a big guy, but
all 6'5" of him or whatever he is. Anyway, we're digressing. It is a knitting podcast.
It is, but
or crocheting.
So it's a Lifetime podcast.
It is. We are doing. This is not the BookTube one or the movie tube.
I was like, we're not talking about books at all.
I know. I'm just saying that this isn't even that where we do tend to go off on tangents there too.
So yes, this actually is also darker. Maybe this is the side I showed. No, this one's kind of darker.
Not like mine.
Yeah, it just feels like it's muted colors in comparison. I think it's just muted in comparison to the other one, where I have the little bright section, and then all the other ones are jewel tones. Yeah. And this is just a little bit of a mixed match and everything, so it just seems more muted in comparison. So, and this is my other Courthouse Steps. So, yes. Part of why I was waffling to begin with was because I wanted to get that little bit at the end of the row, because I had enough that I was afraid that if I pulled it up to show it, it'd pull out those last like 6 stitches or whatever, and I didn't feel like picking those up. So yeah.
I don't remember why I get calluses. I push my needle.
That's something I can say I don't think I've ever gotten from knitting is calluses. Your turn.
Okay. Let's see. In this bag that I got, where is it? Oh, it's on the floor. Me, my dog, and some yarn, I think is what the podcast was called. She's the nicest lady, the lady who does this. Like Kim, I think her name is.
I've never watched the podcast, so.
I won this from her, and I think she actually made it too. Let me see. There's a tag in here. Yep, me, my dog, and some yarn.
Yay.
So, and I didn't think I was going to like this bag at first, but I can't tell you how many fiber festivals I went to, and I just hooked this on the handle of a larger bag, either on the inside or on the outside, and it held this little
snap.
So I really love this bag, and I won it from her, and I'm really happy to have it. It's a pretty bag. It's a cute little bag. And in this is my garter stitch green scarf. No pattern, just garter stitch, because I was bored. I don't get bored. I get bored and I do something. So this is what I did. It's just a garter stitch.
Wanted something to make, but you wanted something simple to make.
Yeah, I wanted something simple.
Did you decide to do it long end? Or is it a wide scarf?
No, I'm doing it long end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it. This, well, it's hard to see, but this is about halfway. So it's...
Because a lot of times, I think maybe in the past when I've made scarves, it's always been, I do the width and then I just keep knitting
That's
to
the
the
way
length.
I normally do it as well.
I've never seen someone do it the other way.
Davina does it that way all the time.
Well, I mean, knit, I've never seen anyone do it that way.
I just didn't... I didn't want to have to keep worrying about how long... With knit, it doesn't go as fast.
Mm-hmm.
So if I continue to have to go back and forth, and I'm just getting a little bit at a time, I will go absolutely insane. With this, I make enough progress. If I get to, even if I get to here and I decide that it's a thin scarf, it's done. But I can't do that like this.
I wonder how long that'll actually be, because it isn't only going to be a very long scarf.
It's pretty long. I measured it before I put it on here. And I just had the stitches on because I was adding stitches.
Now remember, okay, so, because as I say, when you have, if you're just measuring out the length of the yarn to, like, do your magic loop, it's not going to give you...
No, I know.
Not magic loop.
But see, you can see, look.
I guess it'd be a short scarf.
No, it's all the way down to my belly button.
Okay, when I think of long scarf, I think long scarf.
Well, not everybody likes them that long.
Yeah.
This was meant at first to go to a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided it took me forever, and the winter was over by the time I got it done. He came from a place where they didn't have hot weather. I mean, they didn't have cold weather. And so I was going to make him a scarf. And I just...
You should have crocheted it.
I should have crocheted it. I tried it. I didn't want to do it.
You really wanted to knit.
I don't know what I wanted to do, but that wasn't it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I didn't like the way it looked.
Yeah.
It was just too open, or I don't know. I just didn't feel like doing it that way, so I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that is that for that.
That for that is that.
The thing is that actually is a correct way to do it. Just looks dumb and sounds dumb. Is that it for that project?
Yes.
There we go.
The meaning for those words is astounding. All the same words.
The lovely thing with English, right? Where,
yes.
I mean, you see, like, actually correct sentences where you'll have that, you know, or like, and it looks dumb, but it's correct.
Well, it's all about the inflection.
Yes. Well, what is this language? Is it Chinese that has?
Yes, if you had the wrong inflection, you could be saying, I love you and I'm killing you. You know.
Probably not those exact ones.
No, I'm just being facetious.
Yeah. So my next one is the knot ball, and I've had this forever. I think this is probably one of my first bags. I guess it is a bag.
I have one of those in my closet.
And I hadn't used it for more than storage for a long time. But I needed a blanket bag, and all my bigger bags are full, so I pulled it out. And actually, it is really good for a project that's not going anywhere. Like,
that would be
leaving
really
the house.
good for paper crafts. You just kind of stack things. Not stack them, but like you do files. You know, just kind of.
I have too much paper craft stuff.
No, I'm just saying it would be kind of cool for it, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's looking nice.
So I haven't worked on... I think I did very little work on it this time. Well, first of all, here's my knot ball. And sometimes if I just want to add another color in, once I finish, or I'll cut it and then add like a random color knotted in. That's what I did at one point because I was like, oh, I'm going too long with X color. I want a different one. So I cut the color, knotted another one in, and then kept going.
I don't think I'll do that. I'll just go as long as it goes.
Well, what happened was I think I did a full skeins.
Yeah, I'm doing
or near full skeins in here for a couple of them. And I was like, but I want a color change now because I'm at the short end. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want this huge block at the short end and have very long, and I want color changes, darn it.
Is this one Miracle Jen? Or is that Laura?
I have no, they came in mini skeins.
Oh, mini skeins.
And a lot of the mini skeins, I don't know where they came from. They're just random fingering weight mini skeins that I have. Some of them don't even, a lot of them don't even have labels. So, yeah, I'm not sure what it is. But I know a few of them were too short to fit on the Swift. The normal Swift I use. I didn't feel like getting out your other one.
I have a small one. I mean, an actual small one.
A real small?
Yeah,
like
it's a nitty knotty. A little small.
But does it turn?
No, but you could just still...
Well, the problem is, for me, is not... I have a ball winder and stuff. My problem is the skein gets tangled so I need to have a place to put the skein once I unwind the skein, get it out of the twist.
Yeah, I should be able to use that.
Well, is it going to turn when I try to ball the yarn up?
You have to look at it.
Because that's what the problem is it gets tangled in itself. But I think maybe also your other Swift, the one where you can pull it inward more, might go in far enough.
Possibly. Let me go see what Davina's doing for lunch. I'll be right back.
Okay. You do have on thing hamburger tacos, though. So
I'll make sure she's doing them.
Yeah. So, this is all the different... Now, I think this... I'm not sure how much I have in this white one. We'll see if I end up deciding I wanted to cut that one. But, yeah. It gives me a nice bit of change, some brightness in there. Because I think what I had was a huge section of this gray here. And I was getting bored. So I wanted something else besides the gray. And that's when I cut it and wound on a bunch of yarns over it. Because I have a whole lot more of this gray from the beginning. And I was like, nah, I don't want a huge chunk of gray at the end. That's not going to work for me. So yeah, some of these I'm really looking forward to, like this one here.
What one? So I like this one.
Yeah, I think, is that my next one? No, where am I? Yeah, it's my next one.
No, that one's Laura's, I think. Or is it mine?
No, this one came from, okay, we had gone to a fiber festival and we were given free samples.
Oh, I remember that.
This was a sample, and I can't remember who this was. Because that's why I have, some of these are just like little finger and weight samples that someone handed to us.
Well, Miss Babs will send, every time she sends something, you buy yarn, she'll send little samples. I don't know if it's enough to do anything with.
Yeah, they might not be, but what I wanted to show you, like the ones that are too small. I think, actually, this is an example of the ones that are too small. Like when you unskein it, and you're going to have to reskein it for me, but you see it's not at a good length to put on our Swift, but it might fit on your littler one.
I don't know.
Or on your other one that is adjustable.
That would be tight.
It drives me insane because it tangles. So after I did, I think, one or two of them like that, I ended up being like, okay, well, I am going to do the ones I can actually fit on there. I'll do that one later. But yeah, I have a bunch of them in here. Like, I think I have a blue one that's that. No, this one's longer, so I'll be able to do this one at some point. This is actually kind of a blue-green.
Well, some of these are 10 grams and some of these are 20.
Well, I think that these, because I have a bunch that are kind of that size, so I'm thinking that they either came in a set. Actually, I think these were gifts, because none of them have, yeah, and look, they're all about the same size, so I'm thinking that these were gifts. Like maybe someone had a mini skein.
I have a colorway like this one.
But I don't think those are yours.
No, it's not.
Like, this one's really pretty, too.
This one might be mine, though.
I know I have ones that are yours in here.
This is almost like my flamingo.
I want to say this might be yours. It's either yours or...
That's mine.
As in, it looks like yours. But yeah. These are ones I haven't added to my,
I think that one's mine too. Possibly.
yeah, that could possibly be yours. Not this one here.
No, the
That
yellow.
one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my bag of things I can add on to the not ball blanket. I haven't really done a lot of work on it in a little while just because I've been distracted by other things.
Yeah.
But as the weather gets warmer, this could actually be one that I could want to work on.
I'm starting to get back into feeling like I should do stuff. I think BookTube is helping with that.
You have one more project you need to do?
I have 2.
Oh, well then, that's right, because we have an even amount. Go ahead.
Okay, my next one is in my, speaking of corner to corner blankets, in my 10-year Podiversary PHN bag.
Oh, I didn't know you had a corner card going.
Oh, you saw it.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I actually ever saw
Yes,
it.
you did.
Did I?
If I can actually find the part that I knitted. Okay, so this is where I'm at.
I wonder if you had to restart. I started you going, and then I thought you had to restart it because
You didn't start me on
you had.
this. I started myself.
Okay, because I remember sitting with you when you were starting one, and you were having a splitting issue, and that was the last time I saw it.
yeah.
So I haven't seen it since you
I took
restarted.
it off because it was splitting, and then what I did was I cut the yarn to try this yarn again, and it worked then.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since you restarted it.
And this one, where's the actual yarn at? This is a smaller one, so this is the starting, and then I have full skeins in here.
Now, what happens with the full skein, like if you wanted to make a knot blanket, you would have to choose one to be your center, and then you would knot them together, and you'd have to wind it around that center.
Okay, I would just
So like for example, and you would have to then add on whatever one that you're doing here. You'd probably wait till you finished this one, and then you would knot it in. So like, do you want this in your center?
I don't know. I don't really care.
Okay, so let's do this your center.
What do you mean, do my center? I don't understand. What
So
you're saying.
okay, by your center I mean the one that you wind the others around. And here's how. All right, guys, I'm turning you
What
down.
do you want to do? No,
Don't worry, I can edit it.
camera down.
Okay, so
We can do this off camera time.
hold on. I just want to see if I can tilt us. Okay, so what you do is you're kind of lining these up, and there we go. So you're lining them up, and you're kind of knotting them together. So you're going to have it so you knot this green one to the lighter one, like so. And then you're going to knot this lighter one to the green one.
You're not in the other color.
Yes. So you're knotting them together. So you've created this little.
Smile.
So then what you're going to do, and after you make sure they're secure, because you want to make sure they're not going to like come.
Okay, but
Hold on. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. So you're making sure each of these are secure. And then you go and you do whoop. And then after you do that, you make sure that's secure. You just clip your two ends here. Do you have scissors?
not with me.
Okay, well, when you would do that, actually, I might have scissors. You would clip these ends, and then you would start winding.
Winding which one?
Okay, whichever one you decide is your center
So you
ball.
just leave this one the way it is?
Yes,
Okay.
and then you wind the other one around it because that's become your, core, for lack of a better term. And you chose this one as your core, and you said you wanted full skeins. Now, of course, if you had changed your mind at any point, you could always clip and add another to your knot ball.
Because what I want to see is like it gets from the pink and then the full skeins, but as it gets bigger, then the thing starts getting smaller again because the amount of material you're using.
Yes.
I want that to be organic.
Yes. So then you're just you would just have, like I said, this is your center now.
Gotcha.
And by your center, the center of your ball, but
Right.
it'll be at the end.
Whoa. What's this?
Must be the center of that ball. Okay,
There we go.
while you're doing that, I'm going to turn us back up again.
Were we still on though?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, we're still on.
Okay, I don't know what happened to my. I don't know if I had a. No, I didn't because it's small enough that I don't have to worry about it coming off.
So, yeah,
let me just.
you would so I'll keep you going while you're doing that, and then I'll show my last one. So, yes, that is now your core. You're welcome. And then if you can't remember the way, oh, that's from my sock. If you can't remember the way that I did that, I can help you, or you can look at the video of how to do the net adding on the other one. But you're going to be winding that for a little while before you add the yellow.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're trying to get stuck on your little center pull again.
Actually, it's not the center pull. I don't know what this is. It looks like maybe it didn't get...
Yeah. Oh, it didn't get pulled in. Okay, so...
When I did the caking it up on the...
It happens sometimes. Okay, so my final project... Sorry about dropping the camera. I will have edited out that camera drop. Although you'll still have seen what I was doing to a certain extent. Okay, so... I ended up working on... I actually need the book that... Oh, here it is. This is a book that Laura gave me a while back.
Lollipop Girl, Laura Concert.
Yes, it randomly arrived in the mail, and I was a little concerned because I thought, I didn't buy this, did I? But there was a note in it from her because I had expressed I really had enjoyed, my aunt had gotten me a book of like little amigurumi, and one was a mug, and I did a mug from there, and I did a normal donut with eyes. I thought it was really cute, and I guess I kind of went on about it, and Lori got me this, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to make every single one in here.
Because she's another one who spoils us.
Yes. And initially I said I wasn't going to make the spider because I can't stand spiders. I was going to be the only one. It was going to be the only one I didn't want to make. But it kind of felt like, but it wouldn't be quite complete if I didn't make the spider. So Mom said as long as I made it bright, she would keep the spider. So here's the spider. And this is the donut cake part, and this is the icing. Here's a skein of yarn.
Mine says I'm wearing a spider.
Yes.
Is that my yarn?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I think that's one of my makes me happy or something.
It's not makes me happy because this makes me happy.
You know it.
I think this is if you're happy, you know it. And so here is the icing. It's still being worked on. And
happy the spider.
Then let's see.
Happy.
That works.
Yep.
So this,
all I could see was what's his name saying, "Don't turn your back on never turn your back on an opponent."
So what? Where this, where you see the plain black alternating with the white here, that'll be this blue alternating with the silver. The silver will also be like these white, this web pattern on here, and then where it has the
is that surface crochet on there.
I think I can't. I take a look and see. I'm not sure. And then where the I think I end up doing. Let me see. I think they have the head the same color as the cake.
Makes sense.
Well, they don't always have it that way. Okay, so they have you do the donut base in Parma Violet, yes, which is the same as the head. So that the head will be this pink. So it's a very bright spider, and it's Mom's spider, which she has said is happy. So I
don't like spiders, but I like that one. It's cute.
Yeah. So this is I ended up having to wait a little while until the eyes came in because I needed 2 sets of eyes, and I was almost out of black eyes because it'd be really creepy to have one with the colored eyes on it.
Like drugs or something.
Well, it'd be human eyes, which would be like, it'd be almost like Uncanny Valley. It just,
yeah.
So my black eyes have come in a smaller set and a bigger set. So I got a little bit of work done on this guy.
Okay.
And you don't have any journaling, and I do, so.
I have one more project.
Oh, that's right, you do. Do you want me to take up rolling for a little bit?
Okay, and this is another bag that Christina gave me. Isn't this the best bag? Look at this. I love it. This is a ginormous bag. She gives me the nicest bags. Mama C Creations. And this is a new project. This is a Surabel baby blanket to replace the one I got rid of that wasn't a Surabel, but I just couldn't handle the yarn anymore. So this is the yarn is Stylecraft, I believe. Let's see. They had, it's Stylecraft. Stylecraft Special. They had on Lovecraft a sale, a really big sale. So I got 1, 2, 3, no, green, purple, pink, blue, and yellow. So I got 5 different colors, and there's 5 in each pack. And it was like, I want to say it was under $40.
Nice.
For all of it. Or maybe even less.
Because you got on sale.
Yeah, and the shipping was only like $6.50 or something like that from England. So it was really nice. So it's a Cerebel pattern, which you guys know how much I like that. Isn't that pretty? My friend is having a baby, and so I want to make this for her. I don't know if she watches this, so I'm not going to say her name. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to have this ready for her when the baby comes. So I am working on it. This is a comfort crochet for me. I just kind of, as long as my hands will cooperate, because it has multiple stitches for one stitch. Mm-hmm. As long as my hands will cooperate,
yes, it's got shells.
I can just go. And yeah, the baby's fingers will probably get a little stuck in there, but the baby's fingers are little, so you can get them out quite easily. Mm-hmm. It's not really that big, and baby blankets a lot of times do have that kind of a lacy kind of feel to it. Mm-hmm. It's showing up really nice.
It is showing up nice.
So yeah, that's what I got for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I have a little bit of journaling to show. Let me put this over here. Okay.
Well, my journaling was just writing, and it's really sloppy, so I'm not going to show it.
I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, because I had reading goals I needed to take care of.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if I'd finished this one the last time or not. This is Sardinidan. I had actually found, before I show it, I had found, this is from the back of the book. They had one of the books in the back. They did a description in this really cool scroll.
Cool.
And then this is a picture of Tristan and Isolde's, the story on one of the stories that they use as the basis. So this is my library card pockets, which is the description from the back of the book. Like I said, this is from the Arthurian tale, Tristan and Isolde. And then this is from a different one, the covers for this book, Sardinidan. The Ballad of Sardinidan. It's a Gerald Morris retelling. I enjoy Gerald Morris's retelling of Arthur. He writes for it's in that young adult area.
Is that the one I had the book for, The Squire's Tale?
Yes. Okay. And that Squire, you had to read, you don't have the Squire's Tale, you have the second one.
I thought I got The Squire's Tale.
Oh, you had that coming in.
Kindle. I thought I had it on the Kindle.
That's right, you have it on the Kindle.
Yeah.
No, wait, is that the one you had on the Kindle, or did you have to have it come in?
I don't know.
I can't remember. You'll check again, make sure you have the Squire's Tale on the Kindle. Because,
I have one of them on the Kindle.
Yeah. But Squire's Tale is the first one, and you have to read it. That really sets the stage. I think the rest of them you can read out of order, but the Squire's Tale, you really kind of need that to set the world, and that starts with Galahad.
I like Galahad.
But this is somewhere down the line. I can't remember if it's like 8th or whatever it is, but it's my favorite one. It's the one I tend to reread. But then I haven't finished the description on this one.
Moby Dick?
No, I haven't.
Ishmael?
No. It's okay. So Spock loses his memory, and it doesn't ruin anything because
don't go anywhere. You're not there.
Yeah, but the title is Ishmael, and I have to still put in the review. This is one of the covers for it. Actually, I think that is the only cover really they had for it. I had to kind of pull together other Star Trek things to make it work, because I think that's the only cover that exists for that book. I think actually it's the cover I have for my book. Then
very uncooperative for journaling.
Yes. Well, that's where Agatha Christie's so useful, because she has like 20 covers for each book. So it's like you almost are suffering from too many covers because you want to put all of them on there.
You can get some of that from the original Star Wars stuff, like the original trilogy. All these covers, but
with the other ones, not so much.
No, because you had them in all the different countries and stuff.
Yeah. So then this one is for what Jane Austen's characters read and why. So I also still need to write the review for this one. And there's the library card. then here's for another one that was about Austin, Pride of the Moment. Again, still to write the review. I did a lot of like cutting and putting together, but not writing the review yet. And I don't necessarily always want to put a long review. I just want to, before I do that one, I accidentally skipped a ton of pages.
I've done that before.
It's the first time I've done it. And so I was like, you know what? Heck with that.
I usually skip only 1 or 2, but when I skip.
And here's Northanger Abbey. Now, this one was hard because there was a lot of cool covers for Northanger Abbey. And I ended up using, this was actually supposed to be a medieval washi tape, but it felt kind of gothic to me.
It doesn't look medieval to me.
Well, I think
it almost looks Art Deco.
It kind of made me feel like dark and like gothic.
See, it makes me almost see Poirot in some of the. It's a little. The red might be a little out of place for that, but.
So I really enjoy. So some of these were covers, and some of these were just artwork that were used inside the books. So like, I'm going to turn it around, but this one is the luxury of a frightened imagination over the pages of Udolpho. So this is her reading Udolpho, and I can't remember the full title of the book. It's a gothic novel. And then this is her anxiously looking out at the weather because she's concerned if it rains she won't be able to have her walk.
I remember Udolpho.
And then this one is the book The Way of the Rabbit. I'm supposed to have a bird one next, but I haven't finished cutting up all my birds. This is a stamp that I have that I finally got to use. I just colored it in. It is a Beatrix Potter Peter Rabbit stamp.
I love Beatrix Potter. She's cute.
And some of these little cutouts are ones that I've had for a while that I haven't used in a while that are just scrapbooking, things like little papers. And my little book bunny. And then these are just different washi tapes I have for.
I honestly don't like working with washi tape.
I like using them in these borders. It it works really well. And sometimes it works well to just do part of it. But it kind of adds a frame.
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing to work with. I finally figured out how to cut it but it doesn't stick very well.
It depends on. Hold on. Okay,
we're back.
Sorry about that. My alarm went off. So anyway, this is this wasn't actually any washi tape. This was actually something I created into washi tape, and then I pasted it on. So yeah, that's it for that one. And then I will have FOs unless you have something else to show.
No, I don't. Except for stash and
Did you want me to show you one more time how to do the knots?
Let me see if I can do it. Okay. So we do this. And
yep. And then make sure it's a nice tight knot. Yeah, because you don't want it loose. You don't want it to come undone.
Well, I wanted to make sure first I had it right.
Yeah.
Did I do the yellow one?
You tied the green one to the yellow.
Okay. I feel hot. It's hot in here. Whenever I work with fiber, sometimes I get very hot.
You just twist. Okay. You ended up twisting it. Okay, so what you want you want to make sure that when you do, because what happens is you twisted it around. You want to make sure when you do it that you go upwards with that.
Okay.
What happened was, and this has happened to me a couple times too, where I haven't been able to find the loop, and I just twisted around, and that's what you did. And go ahead and pull them together. Yeah, go ahead.
Like that?
Yeah, just pull.
Okay.
And then make sure it's tight. Good. Perfect. And then you're just going to trim your two little ends. Do you need my scissors again?
How close did you trim them?
I trimmed them right flush. Because, remember that's going to be in the work. Oh, there it is.
There we go. So.
And you have to make sure you trim the little ends. Because otherwise, So, like...
You'll cut my knot.
Yeah. Yeah, always make sure not to cut the knot with your finger. Because these scissors are tight. Or are sharp. And then... Where's my green? Okay, thank you. From my angle, I couldn't tell. Can you pull this one taut? Thank you.
There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There. Okay, hopefully that stays.
Okay.
The good thing about this is if I decide I want to do it with crochet, I can still do it.
Exactly.
So,
Okay. And that little part may or may not stay because that they couldn't really see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now this goes on to FOs.
which I do not have.
Which you do not have. Now, let me show you first the original donuts, because that's what these are. Because I mentioned in an Instagram post, if you follow me on Instagram for, actually for either BookTube or PHN, I had posted that it was the week of Easter. No, it was like the weekend before Easter. I was like, I suddenly want to make everyone a donut for their Easter basket.
Just like Thanksgiving last year.
Although I thankfully for that, I was more than a week out when I thought of it. Because I don't know if I would have been able to do that in a week. But I had this urge, and eventually I just couldn't resist it. I picked a donut for each of us, and I went. So that put me on a tear. But let me show the ones that were already pre-made.
But remember, Ty, we do have to do a lot of things. So
I know. Well, I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot to show. This is,
Okay.
It's this, and then we're done with this. So,
Oh, that's the only FO you have?
all these, yeah.
Okay.
So these are the ones that were pre-made.
And by pre-made, she means...
Oh, yeah, I'm
she
sorry. I made them previously. Some of these are from Thanksgiving. Some of these are from when I was just... Hold on, let's see which one is. Oops. Okay, there's that other one. I thought I was missing one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Okay, so some of these are from Thanksgiving. Some of these were just because. Was your bear the first one?
I think so.
So
First or the second,
here's Mom's bear.
which you've probably seen before.
Yes. Oh, all of these you've seen before. That other than the new ones. This one I think was either the first or the second.
So cute. That's yours.
Yes. I'll probably do the things called the Stegosaurus, which has that won't be yours because I know you like dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think the next one I probably did was the bunny. No, it wasn't the bunny.
That was the last one.
That was Thanksgiving. So that would have been the snake.
Yeah.
Because I could have sworn I had another one that was next to each. Oh, I guess I'm thinking the bunny. So the next one I did for myself was the snake.
Cute.
Then, although I'm wondering if I actually only had the dinosaur with the idea like, okay, if I can't finish the bunny in time, I get the dinosaur because I'm not sure I actually had the snake yet.
We had both because mine was if you can't finish this particular one, you were going to use my
Your bear, yes. And then I think it was a dinosaur because I don't think I finished the snake yet.
I don't think so.
But I don't think I'd started the snake. I think I started the snake after I did Thanksgiving because I think.
Did you do Daddy's or Davina's first? Because you don't have the grandparents.
Yeah, I don't have the grandparents, but yours was towards the end, and so was my bunny. And I was working on some concurrently, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Some of it was I was either waiting on yarn. Oh, at one point I was waiting on eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Davina's dog, and then Dad's fox, which is different than the they have a what's it called? Panda, orange panda.
Right.
I can't remember what that's called.
I know what you're talking about.
And then did Mom's owl, which Dad apparently says is the cutest of the bunch. Because I have them all on a TV table together, and I'll take a picture of them all together. And then here is my bunny, and they all have the cake on the bottom. And because here's the snake's cake on the bottom. Then the ones for Easter. So the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I think the first one I ended up doing was Davina's cat.
I don't know. I think I did Daddy's first.
It might have been Dad's first. So here's Dad's duck.
So cute.
So there's Cake with his pretty blue eyes. And then, and all these are with scrap yarn. Then here's Davina's kitty cat. I decided not to do the collar this time around. The eyes blend in a little bit, but I was going for Russian blue, and that was,
she likes Russian blue.
And that was kind of the coloring. So then this is Mom's Ladybug, which actually turned out really well. And there's not a lot of, like, you can't really mess with the Ladybug's coloring. You do have to do Ladybug's coloring right.
I think they have them yellow sometimes.
I've never seen a yellow
Yellow
one.
with black.
So there we go. And then the last one of the donuts I did was my, I consider it looking like an apple, my snail.
So cute.
And yeah, this is, I don't have a lot of this yarn left. It's my Dragonfly Fibers airport hot sauce.
Right.
Because you can't actually get it anymore, which is sad.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see.
And then let's see. Then I finally did something that I've wanted to, and I forgot to grab the books for it because I picked up several of these books. I picked up some crochet plant amigurumi books. I love crochet plant amigurumi with eyes. This is from Knot Monsters, and what I like about his is I can repot the plant if I want to. So here's the plant, and it's called a
Yellow ladybug.
oh, that's so weird. It's kind of actually, no, that's bright yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. See, look at this one.
Oh yeah.
Oops.
We'll see. That's really bright.
Yellow ladybug.
That's insane. So this plant is called Succulent Echeraria. Probably said that wrong. And so he can be repotted, and here's his pot with his little eyes.
Now I have to see if this is actually real, because apparently there's blue and purple and all.
Okay, that might be AI.
I'm gonna have to.
Don't just look at the pictures. Look it up.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up later.
Because
Not
that
now.
doesn't.
That's rude to look up. Just look up.
I know that blue is not.
I don't know that because there
Yeah.
might be some in the tropics or whatever. But I would like to know. That's kind of interesting. Oh,
So there
that's
he
Daddy's
is.
plant.
And like I said, he can be repotted.
That was supposed to be mine.
I wasn't aware when she said, "Oh, you should make that one first," that was her saying, "I want that," because she wasn't clear, and I thought she knew that
I thought that was perfectly clear.
But she got this one,
It is adorable.
and this one is called Coleus. Unfortunately, this is not a Knot Monsters one. I don't like the way this designer writes your pattern as well. There's a lot. I don't like as well the way this designer writes your pattern. There.
Yeah.
So
It's cute.
it's cute, but for one thing, I can't repot. For another thing, I don't like the fact that she leaves a lot to you having to adjust, improvise, because she isn't the best at making like things work. But where you're talking about where you want to do that thing where you drop below, I have that for a couple of leaves in here. It's hard to see because her leaves curl, and that's on purpose.
Right.
But this is like I said, a coleus, and I do really like the way it turned out.
And I can't kill it.
No, she can't kill this one. This is her yarn. Let's see. I actually have a little red storage bin that's full of plastic bags. Some is green yarn in a couple, and then I have brown yarn in another. So then I have all my plant stuff together, and I can just go from other scraps to do the pots and anything like that's colored like this.
That's pepper pots.
So yes, this one turned out cute, and it's Mom's plant that she can't kill. I'm going to make one of the hanging ones from my room, because I have, from back when I could have more lights in my room in high school, I had a hanging plant in my room. I actually had a little plant area, and I still have the hook from that. So I'm going to use that to make a crochet. I'm going to make a crocheted hanging plant and stick it there. So yes, that's all my
I'm
FOs.
getting too hot to do this. Okay, we do have stash enhancements, not for us, but for you
Right.
guys. We got a very nice donation from Mama C, who is Christina.
Mom, take off your boots if you're getting hot.
Yeah, I can't do it right now. Christina, who keeps us in prizes. God bless her.
And by boots, I mean she has slipper boots on. Fuzzy slipper boots.
Off, yeah.
Because that does make a big difference. Because they're fuzzy.
Yeah. Sometimes I get hot when I'm dealing with fiber.
Well, also we have all lights.
So this is 2 prizes, as far as I can tell. One is Peyton's Croy sock, and the other one is, ooh, Fable. Okay, so these are both good yarns. Can you see the colors? This one and this one will go together, and these 2 will go together. So thank you, Christina.
Thank you very much.
You guys help keep us in prizes to give out to you guys, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much for your generosity.
Here's the note.
Christina. Yes, the note. Very nice
Okay.
note in there. So yes, that goes in here, and that will be for you guys for one of the prizes when we get to that point.
Yes. Whenever, because we are now doing like surprise prizes
Yes,
because
I can't be bothered to get it out before the podcast.
and then it works out for the best because then people just get surprised.
I kind of like doing the surprises. Besides the fact that it's just easier for me, in that I can kind of think about, well, maybe this person might not like this, you know, or maybe I just go, oh, this one. I mean, I almost like I say to Davina, pick something, you know,
Right, if it's someone you don't really know.
or if it's something that doesn't really matter because it's all the same kind of thing.
Right. So that's actually it.
It's a sense of adventure. It is. We did welcome. Was it Mo's Crochet?
Yes, I think it was.
So we're glad she's with us. I don't want to look through because I'm working on the little
That's a
tablet.
name I remember.
Yeah, but so we do have some thank yous. We want to thank Meditative Crafter, Paula, and Book Zealots for joining us and for commenting. We always love to hear from you. I think either Talia or myself did answer.
We both
everybody.
answered everybody.
So thank you for joining us. We are always glad to see you commenting and thumbs up, whatever you want to do. That's great.
Putting emojis in the comments just to kind of say, hi, we're here. You know, add a mug if you are drinking with us.
Yep.
You know,
Whatever.
whether it's hot or cold, because I know that not everyone likes a hot cup of tea
in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But anyway, so thank you for joining us here for the Fun in the Woman Cave. We hope you have a wonderful month. Mother's Day is coming up.
Yep, so happy Mother's Day.
Mothers, godmothers, grandmothers, fur mothers, whatever you want to call it. Every mother's. We wish you a happy Mother's Day if you're celebrating. And we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next month. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 6, whatever it is.
Here's an easy way to do this. So, hold on. Let's do that, where you can see all your pages.
Okay.
And then you can more quickly, there. Whoops, it's set.
Here it is, right there, 617.
Okay, so you see it to the small. There we go.
Well, yeah. So, Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast.
That's right, your eyesight's better far away.
Episode 617. And that's a wrap. God bless.
God bless. Bye.
Bye.